What's up, guys and gals, and welcome to the Nerdcastle. Today we're checking out Warhammer 40k Inquisitor Martyr, which has had a bunch of content patches, and so we're checking the game out today because I love me some Warhammer 40k. So the first thing we need to do in this top-down action hack-and-slash RPG is create a character. Let's do it. I gotta close this off too, like go away. How do I make you go away? There we go, patch notes, go away. Alright, we gotta create a character over here. We have Psychers, we have Crusaders, and we have Assassins. Psychers are basically psychics. That's all you need to know about it, is they wield psychic energy and power of the warp to do all kinds of crazy stuff like conjure lightning bolts that can cut you in half. There are Psychers out there that can fire melta blasts from their hands and literally turn a tank into cinders by themselves. The Crusader is on the crusading end of it. This guy is going to be a melee fighter, throwing down, causing all kinds of havoc and destruction. And then the Assassin is pretty self-explanatory. They're going to be like Vindicaring people and like eliminating anybody that the Emperor doesn't want left on this planet. We're going to go with a Psyker this time around. Sounds good. So apparently we were a Primaris Psyker before we were an Inquisitor. Most Inquisitors have some latent level of psychic ability, but not all. Not all, but I mean having at least an understanding of the warp and psychic energies is usually kind of a requirement. Yeah, we'll go with the Psyker. That's what I want to play. I like Psychers, so that's what we're going to be. We got to decide if we want to be a Scryer, an Aether Walker, or if we want to be an Imperianist. What's the difference? So this guy has a Force Staff, alright, an Empyrean Armor. We have the Scryer, who uses a Bolt Pistol and a Force Rod, and then Warp-Bound Armor. Or we can go with the Aether Walker, who uses a Force Sword and a Force Rod. So I'm guessing that we're going like ranged, mid, close range, probably. I'm gonna go with the Scryer. He's got the coolest outfit. That's the way it goes. I'll play on story mode. Our name is going to be Caligo. Alright. That was the name of my Psyker. I did a Warhammer 40k Dark Heresy playthrough with a bunch of other YouTubers, and my character was Cassius Caligo the 4th, the 5th, the 6th. I don't remember which he was, but he was a nobleman from a kind of water planet, I guess, where they built giant hab rafts. I had to come up with an entire backstory for him. It was pretty rad. He was on the black ships for a while, and then he got off the black ships, and he actually ended up becoming like a Delta Psyker, I think. He was one of the most powerful Psykers you could possibly be before they put you to death. See, being a Psyker in Warhammer 40k is risky business. If you're too weak, they put you to death because you're no use. If you're too strong, they put you to death because you might tear a hole in reality and destroy an entire system. You gotta be like right in the middle in the sweet spot. Otherwise, you're probably gonna get fed to the beacon. It is what it is.
Inquisitor's Log. Classified report for later transmission. I am closing on the source of the Inquisitorial distress signal I was assigned to investigate. It has an ancient encryption used by the Holy Orders. It's authentic, but extremely old. The intensity of the Caligari warp searches is beyond anything I've experienced. There were many delays during the journey, but the coordinates I received from the Caligari Conclave finally led me to this desolate system. The signal is coming from a battered fortress monastery. It got through the warp surges with considerable loss of data, and my astropath has been unable to decipher it. I will personally investigate the source of this mysterious signal.
Inquisitor, this is your captain speaking. I'm still trying to hail the monastery, but I get no response.
The hull looks intact, though. I think it was simply abandoned a very long time ago.
Then what do you expect to find over there?
Something that once belonged to the Inquisition. And lots of empty halls.
Sounds exciting. I've instructed your pilot to land on the hangar deck.
Stand by and wait for my signal.
Inquisitor, the automatic defense system has been activated. The turrets are attacking you. Do you...
Captain, do you copy? Captain Van Winter, can you hear me? Strange. Box communication is jammed. And I can't use my teleporter device. Something must be disturbing my signal. I will record everything in my audio log in case I don't return.
It's interesting that they mentioned we're on assignment right now.
New entry. While attempting to dock in the hangar of an unknown fortress monastery, my transport took heavy fire. I suspect that the automatic weapon systems were activated, but I don't yet know why. The transport has been destroyed, along with my equipment. My pilot is dead. I will pray for him later.
It's interesting that they said we were on assignment, so I'm wondering if we're not actually an Inquisitor, we might just be an Acolyte. So, like, Inquisitors in the world of Warhammer 40k are basically like these all-powerful entities. They basically have endless mandate. They can do whatever they want. They can command anyone to do anything, and you more or less on the threat of death have to follow that order. Like, a full-fledged Inquisitor is capable of requisitioning entire planetary regiments for personal vendettas and wars if he wants to. That's like the extent of their power. In general, they're avoided by just about everybody because once you're conscripted into their service, it's probably not going to work out great for you. So the fact that somebody says we're on assignment, Inquisitors don't really have assignments. They do kind of whatever they want and whatever they please. However, underneath every Inquisitor are hundreds of these dudes called Acolytes, essentially, who are Inquisitors in training. And the act of becoming an Inquisitor is super deadly. The Inquisitor will send these little guys out on investigations and missions and whatnot, and like things they're supposed to be doing to gather data for his overall work. And the ones that survive are deemed like strong enough to maybe be considered for the Inquisition. But anyways, the fact that they said we were on an assignment sort of makes me wonder if we're not actually a full-fledged Inquisitor, instead we're an Acolyte. If you're wondering why there's a severed head right here next to the door, that's because in the grimdark world of Warhammer 40k, if you're a criminal, we execute you, lobotomize you, and then we hook you up to the wall and turn you into an overglorified light switch. That's pretty much the universe we're in right now.
Interesting. Mindless servitors were created for menial tasks, but having a flesh drone just for operating the door seems excessive. Open the door.
Exactly. A flesh drone. Don't commit crimes in the Warhammer 40k universe. That's a mistake. That's not going to work out well for anybody. Alright, so apparently we have a new tutorial. Yeah, I'm good on that. What is this?
An ancient cogitator. Let's see if the tech prayers still hold. It might have information about this place.
Let's see here. Verifying current status. Inadequate data collated. The Geller shield has been compromised. Oh, that's not good. That's not good at all. The Geller shield is what protects you. So, like, when you go into the warp, if you've ever seen the movie Event Horizon, every time you use warp travel in the Warhammer 40k universe, you are literally opening a wormhole, and you are traveling through the bowels of hell to go in one location and come out another location. The Geller shield is what keeps all the crazy Liberate, TX, and Ferris stuff from happening inside of your ship. The Geller shield compromising on one of these ships while it's in mid-warp flight is a really, really, really bad thing. It means that pretty much everybody more likely went psychotic, murdered each other like Reavers, had all kinds of, you know, they had psychotic murder breaks, and it was probably not a good thing. Demons were spawning out of their foreheads. It was not a good time if the Geller shield failed. Warning, prayers of maintenance required in the following zones. The invocations of the blessed recalibration are required in the following zones. Warning, corrupted data, diagnostics interrupt. If you're wondering what a cogitator is, it's just a computer. That's what they call computers in the 40K universe.
Pile of rust. Well, at least I found some interesting diagnostics. I should check all the cogitators on the ship for other details.
And if you're worried about us being alone on this ship right now, don't be. Inquisitors are incredibly powerful.
Bodies everywhere. The putrid stench of death. Horrible wounds. Still, what have we got here? A weapon? Well, the Emperor does protect his loyal subjects.
Alright, so we have single shot. We have a full auto. Okay, can I reload? I can. Good. We also have a firebolt that we can launch at our enemies, which is going to be on our 1 key. And then we have Misfortune, which is a blessing. Changes the armor category of heavily armored enemies to armored and armored to unarmored against the caster's attack. Okay, so it shifts them down by 1 armor rating. Okay, that's probably useful. That actually sounds good. We'll give it a go. There's a las pistol in here.
A manifestation of chaos. Well, let's cleanse your taint from here.
Yeah, for anybody else in the universe, finding this thing right here would probably be like, oh my god, run! For an Inquisitor, doesn't matter. This is probably like the least of what he's ever seen in his life. I can almost promise you that. Inquisitors see some pretty gnarly stuff.
I taste the despair in the air. This illness must be purged before it's too late.
I will take the las pistol. Apparently I can swap over to the las pistol. We've got a short burst. How far does the... Oh, the las pistol's got a lot more range.
Overheat.
What does that let me do? It allows me to do a warp blast? Let's do a warp blast. Oh, that's pretty sweet. Okay. So I've got a firebolt. I've got Misfortune. So basically I've got curses and more attacks versus like less attacks. But I've got access to magic. Gotcha.
Entry. I've found a room tainted by the filth of chaos. There is also a tech priest maintenance shrine with a functioning cogitator.
Incident log. The Martyr opened fire on approaching a rogue trader vessel, causing considerable damage and loss of life on the targeted ship. Teleportarium signals are regularly jammed, blocking entry and exit to and from the monastery. Conclusion. After a thorough investigation and questioning, I can safely claim that no personnel were involved in the incident. The defense turrets opened fire without any human involvement, and the signal blocking any teleportation attempts is generated automatically. So basically what happened, if you don't know the Warhammer 40K universe, is that a rogue trader pulled in to trade with this ship. If you don't know what a rogue trader is, it's essentially like a privateer. So, like, you have to have special clearance in order to have a spaceship and do trade in the world of Warhammer 40K. If you don't have that license, then you can't really do a whole lot. Most people are planet-bound and they're never going to leave. If you've been given rogue trader status, that essentially means that you've been given a right of mark to do whatever you want. You can fly around the galaxy with your own ship. You can trade with who you want to trade with. You can touch what you want to touch. Basically, rogue traders are they're given an insane amount of leeway and freedom compared to just about everybody else in the universe, so long as they don't betray that trust. So anyways, if you're a rogue trader, you're probably one of the wealthiest people in the entire universe because you're allowed to trade when everybody else isn't.
I found new information. There's an emergency cogitator nearby where I could turn off the jamming signals.
I should actually revise that. You're probably very wealthy because you're allowed to do interstellar trade when everybody else isn't. Like, normal trading and merchants and whatnot exist.
In the walls now. Everywhere. Taint. In the machines.
Oh, by the Emperor. What foul abomination is this?
Apparently, that flesh drone had things to say.
I smell corruption. Exciting. Mind the door, please.
Foul heretics! Let my powers cleanse you from your sins.
Yeah, this appears to be going exceptionally well. Yeah, we should probably, like, put some dock on these dudes. Ow, fool, leave me alone. I got nothing to say to you. I will reload all over you and your mama. Well, I was hoping we'd shoot our way through that cover, but... apparently that's how I cover right there. There we go. We finally got that guy's cover down, and that dude's good. Reload the gat. Hit those dudes with a curse. Come on. I need a way to, like, effectively destroy these guys' cover. There we go. That'll do it. I wonder if the las pistol does... Ooh, I lasered that dude's face off. Hell yeah. Oh, I forgot. This gun overheats. You know what? It just seems easier to do it like this. We'll just play this thing like an assault marine and just run up on them.
Finally, that's the cogitator that will disable the jammer.
I couldn't turn off the teleportation jammer, but the Vox should be fine now. Captain Van Winter, can you hear me?
Inquisitor, finally. I thought we'd lost you.
It would have been quite convenient for you, I suppose.
Trust me, I'm on your side. I'm not saying I don't want my ship back, but who would clear my name if you died in battle?
Your loyalty is quite admirable, Captain.
We're done. So we've got a cherub, which is a cosmetic item. Alright, we've also got the meme virus. Bestows 100% experience for the next 5 missions. Okay, we've also got a gift from the Ecclesiarchy. Alright, and then we've got a few more meme viruses right here so we can level up a little bit faster, I guess. I don't see anything that we're capable of equipping right now. So unfortunately, we're only... Oh, we didn't even get any XP for that last mission. That must have been purely like a... That must have been purely a tutorial exercise. Lame.
Our augurs have picked up a Vox signal not far from your location. It is transmitting on an Imperial channel. It could be important.
I'm on my way there.
Don't mind the half-chopped off body right there in the middle of the floor. This is a grimdark universe. We don't even notice half-chopped in half bodies, alright? If someone is half-chopped in half, does that mean they're cut in quarters? Or does that mean that the half has then been, like, halfway completed? There we go. Let's eliminate some cover over here while we reload. We got a few that are out of cover over on this side. I say we spray and pray into the mix of them. There we go. Apparently we have Caligari credits. Sounds good.
Death is a journey.
There is no unified currency system in the Warhammer universe. They tried to introduce one for a little while that was called like Imperial Crowns or something like that. But basically, the universe is so vast and large in Warhammer 40k that in general, every single system kind of has its own currency system, and it leads to kind of an economic nightmare. I don't know if you've ever seen a million worlds that are all unified under one empire, and every single star system has their own currency, but it gets a little messy. In the first edition of Dark Heresy, they tried to introduce like a universal credit that anybody could spend anywhere, but it didn't really take. Most people don't accept it as canon, I guess.
By the Emperor.
What have you found down there, Inquisitor?
A vile display of cruelty and madness. A sacrifice to the dark gods and their acolytes prowling these decks.
In other words, there's something on that ship that requires human sacrifice. Wonderful.
I mean, to be fair, it's a gnarly booger shrine. That's what I would call it. I would have been like, I have found a gnarly booger shrine. We must cleanse it of the taint of heresy, so that the booger shrine doth not expand. I need like a better gun that'll clear out cover, or I need like grenades or something. What is that? Foreboding. 50% damage bonus to kinetic attack for 30 seconds. Affects your shot spread. Oh, nice. That'd be pretty cool. Alright, so we're going to move up as we reload. I'm going to move to here and try to take this cover before they do. I wonder if like I go to the opposite side right here. Oh, will that force them off? It will. Nice. Okay, well, we've eliminated several enemies then that no longer need to be concerned with us. Let's head back over this way and see what else we can kill.
For the Emperor.
Apparently, I've been shot with a flamer. Feels good. Nothing like a good Prometheum bath nice and early in the morning in order to get all those pesky stubbles up and off your face. This game used to have like a weird armor system and everything too. I'm actually glad that they went back and like refined that system because frankly, it was a really, really odd system. Like you had like armor points, but like you could only lose HP when you're out. It was a weird system in the original alphas for this game, and I'm glad that they somewhat like standardized it.
I'm sure it'll be useful on this ship.
Exloaded from Engine Seer Theta, Lucan. Current rank, Operator Confessor to the Great Machine Spirit of the Martyr. Engine Seer Omicron Vesuvior is the person that received it. Engineer Hierophant of the Martyr. Automatically generated social components, clip type horrifics. Let's see here. Personal note, the machine spirit is slowly becoming insane and has started to override the defense systems, destroying some possibly harmless void craft trying to land on the deck. We must act before it sheds more blood. I don't need to remind you of the fateful consequences if such information becomes open knowledge. It all must remain confidential. I submit this invocation in the name of the Omnicide of the wisdom of my trusted Hierophant. So apparently there was some kind of computer virus that got in and started corrupting all the cogitators on board the ship and causing them to act in some strange way. And that was the beginning of this warp taint.
That grenade could be useful now.
Hopefully they're not able to fire that giant cannon at me. That's the part that I'm worried about. Oh, they are able to fire the giant cannon at me. Yeah, that's not good. Throw that over there. I was gonna say, we kind of need that guy to not be on that emplaced gun. Is that a tarantula? Oh my god, he's got tarantulas. Okay, fall back to cover. We need a unified front here. Yeah, throw a grenade at it. Maybe it'll help. It did not help. Oh, good, they destroyed my cover. Lovely. Yeah, this is not good. This is definitely subpar as far as life is concerned. I'm gonna try and rotate over to here, I guess. I believe he's out of cover, so we should be shooting at him. Can I use the cannon on him? Oh, nice, dude. It's pretty smart of him to move outside my range, though. That was pretty intelligent. I don't know if he did it on purpose. Ow, fool. Alright, so you're gonna have to eat a grenade out here. There ain't no way around that. Come on, kill the tarantula gun, dude. My DPS is like minuscule. This stuff is surviving entirely too long under my righteous onslaught. I need it to die. And I would prefer that it dies sooner rather than later. Also reloading. Who invented that?
You are guilty.
I should just have like infinite bullets. That's what I think.
A worthy enemy at last.
Apparently he's dead. And we also looted a Signum. That might be good. It might also be bad. I don't know.
I have found a corpse of an Imperial soldier. I'll take his data slate. It could contain a recording that could shed some light on what happened here. Okay. Data slates are basically just Warhammer 40k iPads. That's all you really need to know about that. Is there more to this map? There is. There's something down on the other side, too. Medical supplies over there? Did I run out of grenades? I believe that I did. Hey, stop shooting me with a flamethrower. Thank you. I'm going to ask politely because we are a member of the gentry.
What? Did you just say that there was a dead space marine down there?
He must have been a member of that unlucky Imperial reconnaissance team I found.
Allow me to clarify that. You only found pieces of them. So it'll be just you against something that tore apart one of the mightiest champions of the Imperium.
Don't jump to any conclusions just yet, Captain. It could easily be more than one creature.
I wouldn't worry about it too much. A normal space marine has, like, no chance against an Inquisitor. Like, I guess if it was, like, both of them naked with knives, yeah. But your average Inquisitor is usually a very, very high-level psyker. If not a high-level psyker, then they're also augmented with powerful alien artifacts and things like that that allow them to have a strict advantage over people that don't have those sorts of things. Not to mention the fact that an Inquisitor is not really going to fight you one-on-one. An Inquisitor has the ability to requisition, like, entire planetary defense forces. And so it's not uncommon in the Warhammer 40k universe to have infighting between Inquisitors that disagree with each other, who literally requisition entire chunks of the galaxy to fight against their rival Inquisitor. It happens from time to time. That's what happens when you have ridiculous amounts of power with zero oversight. Which is effectively what an Inquisitor is. An Inquisitor is like the definition of, I do whatever I want, and you get the hell out of the way. Perfect. I think we picked something up off that dude. It looks like on our 0 key we have like an inoculator. I guess that heals us maybe. Find the source of the Vox signal. I want to find out what was back down this hallway. Give me a minute. There was another room. Inside this room it looks like maybe there was loot. Oh, there was a cogitator. Let's go look at it. I hope you're reading this. It's the safest way for us to communicate. If they find out what we are planning, they'll execute us. Hide your messages in the maintenance sermons and make them look like simple devotional notes. We need to plan our next step. There are huge problems on the research decks. The Red Sanctum has been quarantined. I've received your message by the Emperor. This is bad. Same down here. Nobody knows where the martyr is headed. And with Uther holed up in the Sanctum and his seconds in charge plotting against him, I have no idea where to turn. Uther will be the death of us. Think about it. He promised us immortality and glory for the Imperium, and now we have what? Those things from the Dark Zone. We need to get out of here immediately. Or shall we join the others? Well, this is Warhammer 40k Inquisitor Martyr. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's a top-down action RPG, so if Path of Exile and Grim Dawn and Diablo 3 have worn out their welcome with you, it might be worth giving a look to if you're a big fan of the Warhammer 40k universe. My name is Splattercat. I sift through the pile to find what's worthwhile every single day in the world of indie gaming so that you don't have to. I love doing it. Thank you for stopping on in. Leave a video with a like if you wanted to see more. Hi-do, and take care, everybody. I'll see you next time.